Viewer discretion is advised for the following program.
Hello, I'm Kevin Barnaby, and this is Out of Pocket, a show on how to strategies and ideas to overcome financial challenges for you. And this week, we're going to be talking about student education loan crisis. Now, almost half of today's young workers aged between 18 and 35 years old are in serious debt, a recent survey revealed. Now, the Financial Behaviours and Financial Habits of Young Workers survey showed that from urban areas in Kuala Lumpur, Selangor and Putrajaya, 47% of young workers had a monthly debt of 30% or more of their gross monthly income, classified as a serious debt condition. Now, those in the 24 to 29-year age group were found to have the most serious debt problems. Now, most young workers admitted to having little or no financial knowledge. Only 2.7% of the respondents said they had strong financial knowledge, while an alarming 43% had poor knowledge of personal finance. Now, nearly 60% of those declared bankrupt in the country today were below the age of 44. Now, the main reasons for this are outstanding car, housing, and personal loans like study loans and credit card debts. Now, it is a serious problem for our younger generation who start off in life with a job, but burdened with liabilities that lead to their early financial disaster. Can we help our young executives get out of it as early as possible? Now, in today's show, I'll be talking to our guest, experts, if you will, on how students can settle their student loans and where to seek advice. Now, as usual, before we get into that, have a listen and see what Malaysians think about student education loans and how these problems came into play.
I think it's right to give out student loans to especially the poorer kids, as not everyone is wealthy enough to get a third-year education. But when it comes to terms of them not paying back, I think that's wrong.
I think that the students is very irresponsible because once we have borrowed the money from the government or any of the company or bank, we have to pay it back.
Person who cannot settle the loan is very lack of knowledge and education, because they should think before they want to apply the student loan.
Well, I feel personally they don't pay it back either because of personal stuff. Maybe their family can't pay it back.
Basically, students being students, alright, they would probably use all excuses possible not to pay back.
Basically, they take it for granted. They think it's a one-off thing. Once they get the loan, they just forget about it conveniently, I guess.
A big portion of what they earn goes into their lifestyle, clubbing and many other things. Buying a car may be a priority.
At the end of the day, I think the person who takes the loan should just know what's the right thing to do, because if they don't pay back their loans, I think it's going to come back and haunt them like later on in their lives.
A dark future for them, which they will be blacklisted from the banks.
We just can't wait. After all, it's the government, so the government, it could be PTPN or any other loan for that matter, and they say that the government, it's after all given to us, somebody else will pay. That sort of lackadaisical attitude, that is the one that is stopping them from paying. Not so much of inability. I think that's understatement, I would say.
Well, if you plan to apply for a loan, at least have some discipline to pay it back, I guess, because you should have a backup plan after you finish your graduation. You've graduated, get a plan how you're going to pay back.
I don't think we should blame the parents. Alright? Not all parents are endowed to finance education, and of course education is not cheap now.
Most of us, the primary sponsor is our parents, I guess, but maybe they should try to work part-time if they know their parents don't have enough time. Maybe in the holidays like Malaysia, November, December, they could take up the initiative, work part-time.
Education is very important in our lives, and I think everyone should get a chance to actually pursue higher education in their lives. And some people don't get that chance because, they're not, they they're financially inadequate.
A student loan, if it's really necessary, like at the current situation, I don't have enough money to pay for their education. I mean, definitely that's the only chance because education is the first priority.